Well, good evening, everyone. How are you? Evening? No, it's morning. Good morning. Good afternoon? I don't know. I'm not keeping track anymore. Oh, it is another Saturday, and I'm here with my coffee. I'm here with my coffee and some more Diablo. Down in the last act of the whole thing, too. So, let's not. Woo! I somehow narrowly avoided spilling that coffee. I'm all thumbs. I'm all thumbs today. Okay. Come here, launcher. Let's get going. Greetings, Tevla. How are you? Just hit resume on that. Sleepy and cozy. I suggest you go back to sleep then. Oh my god, that's right. I have so much talking to do. There's like a ton of people to chat with inside of town. Okay, well, and I still have to sort through my inventory. So, let's get started with it right here. Saving West March.
Awful things are happening out in the city. I have faith that you will save us. But Victor has his doubts. I think he's jealous.
Ah, what nonsense are you spouting, woman? Of course I think he'll save us. And I have just the things he'll need to do the job.
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
Oh, you're just a pleasant old man. My god, there's so many people to talk to here.
You'll find no glory here, adventurer. Corpses can't sing your praises.
Rescued?
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I?
Despite his superstitious views, Rakis ruled as a just and fair king, who was much loved by his people. He was succeeded by his son Corsic, who attempted to eradicate the barbarian tribes of the north. The line of Rakis was broken when Corsic's son Corellan died with no heirs.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakus was a clever man, after all.
Okie.
My son's ship docked in Bramwell today. I thought he'd be safe there, but now I hear rumors. Give me a weapon. I need to get to Bramwell.
You will do him no good. This is where you should be.
Well then. The arrogance of Harold.
You there, pauper. This diamond ring in exchange for safe passage out of the city?
But Harold, that's my wedding ring.
It's all we have left. Of course, if somebody had thought to grab her jewelry box.
Find your own way. I am not a hired sword. I am here to save the city.
What a lovely group of people I'm dealing with here.
Only through submitting to Malthael will we survive his wrath. Relinquish the wealth you've all clung to, and ensure your salvation.
This is a scam. He's just taking your money.
Quiet, heretic. You'll damn us all.
mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. And now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
Covetous Shen. Let's chat. The god of desire.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? Oh, she was so beautiful that Durgus was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgus' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
Even the gods can be possessed of jealousy.
Yes, that was Durgus. Desire was his very nature.
Enchantress. Let's talk. Abandoned.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
It did not fail. Not for you.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
It could have been the will of the gods. It could have been the hand of fate.
I must know which. I will discover the truth.
Wait, is her entire story not revealed now? And like, Scoundrel. Let's chat. Growing fears.
There's no easy way to say this, but I have to leave, and I won't be returning.
This is not the time for jokes.
I'm serious. My brother's imprisoned in Kingsport with no way to defend himself, and I must free him.
You will never make it to Kingsport with things the way they are here. Help me save this city. Then you can go.
All right. I'll stay for as long as I can, but only because I know how much you need me.
So if we hire him...
Let us seek our fortunes together.
Does the Templar not have anything to say? Talk? No, he doesn't.
Let us seek honor
He
together.
saved my brother at Bastion's Keep.
Okay, let's take another trip around the fort, because I think I saw some other dots on the map to chat with. Yeah, sure enough, there's another one over here. What he saw.
He hasn't said anything since he mentioned the fire. He barely eats, and his eyes are clouding over.
I saw her. Someone needs to know.
Her who?
They're coming for us. It won't be long. They're coming.
People seem a little bit panicked right now. Alright. Lorath's history.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
But that was not what you wanted.
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Kane. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them?
Diablo Slayer?
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
I did what must be done.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
It matters not. I serve the will of the gods.
That Soulstone is not a good conversationalist. The last holdouts.
It cannot have been easy to defend this place for so long.
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us. But even that wasn't enough. If you hadn't shown up when you did, we might already be dead.
But now, I am here.
Tyrael? Sliver of the Stone.
Have you had any luck with that sliver?
No, but it is our only hope of learning Malthael's plans. To defeat him, we must know where he is and what he is trying to do. The answer must be here. I just have to find it. Too many innocents have already died.
Reinforcements?
Have there been no reinforcements from the rest of the kingdom?
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
I did not know. That is disturbing.
All right, then. I think I finished chatting with everybody. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what the hell I'm going to do with my weapons here. Rare dagger. That's a lot of extra damage that it does, but at the same time, it's not an orange. Side effects are kind of like really big God! That's so much more damage! I'm gonna fucking regret this. I just know I will. I gotta keep those on my hand.
Best service in Westmarch.
Let's grab up all of my... Oops. Gems. And go do a little bit of crafting, hey? I cannot fathom, under any circumstance, spending all of my money at the gem crafting table. It's an absolute impossibility. Nope, nope. Can't use up all my money. It's impossible. Oh, wait. Shit. Wait a minute, why can't I craft it? I've got 28,000 gold and it only cost me 25. Oh, requires Artisan 11. Okay. Alright, well, that's all that I can do now. Okay. We just venture back into the pits. More crawlers.
The servants of evil are vanquished.
Oh, look at me. I can rob the graves too. I can destroy sarcophagi. What are you doing, guy?
I see you have much guilt over Leah's fate.
How do you know that name?
I see the past as well as the future. You must not let it consume you.
Okay, so this is where Mira was introduced to the game. I didn't realize that she was introduced in the expansion. No wonder I don't remember her.
You shouldn't be so dour. You have much to be joyful about.
You mock me.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you will understand.
Whoa! Someone was buried with their life savings. Well, good thing that you don't need a living savings whenever you're dead.
We'll rip these brutes to shreds.
Oh no, you're all sneezy. It's okay, Tev. It happens sometimes. Man, stuff is just not, like, falling over dead
Do you
instantaneously.
see an end to all this death in your visions?
Of course it will end, and you will live a long and happy life.
I do not believe you.
Because I was not being entirely truthful. That, and you are so cherish that will never believe you can be happy and content.
Mystic ally. Enduring ally. Oh no, I always stick with that for a
It is
reason.
wonderful to finally meet, though you are skinnier than my visions led me to expect. You just don't take care of yourself. It's always about saving the world first, isn't it?
And that is just as it should be, madam.
Meanwhile, the Templar is over there doing his best to kill one tiny little dude.
One would expect the Angel of Death to show some respect to those already dead.
You're assuming that the Angel of Death was, like, assigned the job of Angel of Death there. But that's not the case. This Angel of Death kind of assumed the role through, you know, profane acts. Ooh!
This fight is over!
Cooler reflection.
Break beneath the endless tide!
Is this the route to... I'm pretty certain that I'm going the right way. I kind of remember little of why like what happened before I got here. It's been a busy week, you know? The most fun out of everything, being that I have to go into the dentist and get a freaking filling done. Was not looking for, was not expecting to have that news on me, you know?
Feel the wrath of Yitar! That ability is not yet recharged.
Oh, we have a chest to open. Typically, I don't open chests. I just, like, look at them and admire them. Sometimes I'm lucky enough to stroke them.
The storm breaks!
A lot of this, like, going through graveyards and stuff just makes me think of, whatchamacallit? V Rising now.
The storm breaks!
Did my enemy literally just explode into an entire, like, flock of bats? And so it was that on the 7th day, the Nephilim found the graveyard and did desecrate it. And there was much gold to be found. Someone say V Rising. Yes, I mentioned V Rising. You know, the V Rising vibes are very strong with the graveyard. Given how many of them you like spawn around whenever you start that game. Ooh! Hello, Robert. Grave Robert.
A wandering hero. Just in time to protect me as I grab these last trinkets. We'll split it, eh? This looks promising. Keep watch. If I get eaten, I blame you. Ah, nothing.
Oh, wonderful. This looks promising.
Nothing.
And then there's nothing. You're lucky that I have an entourage with me.
Oh no. I'm dead.
Not enough spirit.
This is the one. I can feel it.
is mine. Alright, cool. Finally paid off.
Thanks for keeping me alive. Here's your share. I'm off to find the nearest abandoned tavern.
Alright, cool. That worked out. Nothing like helping the fellow grave robbers that are hanging around, right?
Our just reward.
Some sort of an amulet. I don't even know what it's for.
Your strength fails.
Alright, looks like we've actually finished the graveyard. Relatively speaking. A couple of more dead who want to crawl out of their graves. Which is unfortunate. It's not really in line with what I was hoping for. Like, you know, maybe the dead could just stay asleep. That's what I would prefer. You can't always give what you want.
Malthael will die, just as Diablo did. We fight for all that is good. We cannot lose.
It is not our goodness, but our resolution that will ensure victory.
Okay, hello, a legendary amulet. It does more than... wow, more than double the dexterity on this thing. Unfortunately, the critical hit chance... like, it increases critical hit chance by 10%, where my old one... no wonder I still have this old one. Critical hit damage increased by 30%. Man. Cold skills? I mean... summon shadow clones to your aid when you stun an enemy. This effect may occur once every 30 seconds. I mean, there's really no question about it. This is better. What is this? Haunt of Vaxo. The great sorcerer Vaxo of Kejan did not actually die in the Mage Clan Wars. In reality, he was imprisoned where all mages with shattered minds are, the bitter depths beneath Chaldeum's Yashari Sanctum. Vaxo's famous amulet is said to have been smuggled out of there, but that is patently impossible. Once inside, no one ever leaves the bitter depths. Well, I've somehow found an even fucking better sword. Man, I want to put this thing back on because it has it has chain lightning on it, and that was so good for, like, crowd control.
No.
Alright, fine. Be all pissy about it.
Good thought.
You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions.
Thank you. I paint with a brush known as my fists. That's why they call me McPunch. Which also makes it particularly ironic that I fight with swords. Wow. How did the bodies pile up in here so thoroughly? Not a good look.
Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
A wise decision. We won't allow any harm to come to you.
Here we go. I think he was upset that I just did that. I don't know why. I just get this really distinct feeling that he was unhappy. Cool, that's done.
What was that?
That would be Urzael.
Who?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
So it appears. Let us return to the Enclave and see what progress Tyrael has made with his liver.
Indeed. Seems like a good idea to me. Okay, so she just kind of meanders a couple of feet and then vanishes. All right. We could take a portal back, but you know what? I'm gonna do the scenic thing. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go find the frickin' warp point. Maybe I'll find some more things to slash at. Sure enough, everything respawned. Or did it? I think that what I just killed was literally the stuff that was left over. Bit of a shame. Miss anything down in this corner? Yes, I did. A few more undead. Didn't want to upset about their nap time. Don't worry, I'll put you back down. Okay, so...
I will not do that.
Oh, okay, fine. That's cool. What's this? 107? More dexterity, more vitality, regenerates. A bit less life. Ah, hell, it doesn't really matter. Oh my god, so much more chatting to be done.
To be honest, I can't believe I'm still in business.
What's up? Emily?
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
One group of angels are behind this destruction, but I will destroy them.
Good.
Standard procedure.
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul!
He's melodramatic. Let's talk, Hadrig. Troubles arise.
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy! I'll never see it again!
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight.
God.
I don't feel like talking right now. I don't feel like talking right now.
Alright, jeez.
Those who perish without embracing Malthael are eternally damned. But I can commune with our Lord, asking him to grant them a reprieve. Only a simple payment is required.
Bless my poor husband, please!
You must save my children!
Please, my friends, one at a time. Bring your offerings to the stand, and I will grant your loved ones this blessing.
Huh. Enchantress? The demonic magic?
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Viserys magic from before we served the Prophet.
Those mages are long dead, as is anyone who sought revenge on you or your sisters.
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again, and this time, I understood. She said one word. Irena.
Okay. It's not really informing me of anything, but okay. Harold the Weasel.
You are a quiet sort, Serena. Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
He is such a piece of work. Aha. More to be heard here. Fragments.
He's been agitated ever since he mentioned the woman. Who was she? Did she start the fire?
Looking for something. Something hidden.
I don't know what to do. He's getting worse. I fear he will not live much longer.
I mean, it's a bad
We need to get out of
situation all
here.
around.
Hide in the bog, anywhere. As long as it's away from the cities.
Yeah, whatever you say, bro.
After Corellan's death, the crown passed to Justinian I, through a somewhat convoluted interpretation of Zakharum's scripture. Thus began the Justinian dynasty. Seen as usurpers by many, the Justinians suffered nearly constant challenges to their rule. Finally, during the reign of Justinian III, a full-fledged insurrection broke out in the outlying region of Carthage.
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
Such pessimism.
And now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Good to know that the Nephilim doesn't really have a whole lot of anything to say about any of this. Just quiet as can be on the matter. Cain.
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He was a great man and a good friend. But now he is dead, and we will never know what might have come to pass.
Could one man make such a difference?
Any person can change the course of history.
Death comes to all.
Well then. How uplifting. Wait, where's Miriam? She should be back here by now.
It's
Scoundrel.
time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport dungeons if I don't act now.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to our cells in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison since the attack started.
Edlin, I have to find him. Will you help me, my friend?
Bound by blood. Search for Lyndon's brother, Eldon, in the West March dungeon.
Right then, this is where they're holding Edlin. Let me do the talking.
Alright, here we go.
Looking for your brother, Lyndon?
Something is wrong.
That is no guard.
Damn it all!
The Thieves Guild always finds who it's looking for. Unfortunately for you, he's our friend.
The Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon?
You really angered them, friend.
Well, how interesting. This is a development I wasn't expecting.
Just a skirmish! Give me a real battle!
Why are you all crammed into the same cell? What are you guys up to in here? Okay, that appears to be the direction that I was supposed to go, so that being the case, let's backtrack and see what the hell was up in the other direction. Oh, it was a... Okay, cool. It was a dead end. There's nothing here. Kind of a pointless detour that I took there. But don't worry. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Alright then. We will continue our one. I like how the scoundrel keeps teleporting to me, but he doesn't move. He stands there and he says something out loud, but it doesn't, like, it doesn't even... He says things, but then I can't actually hear them.
You died for what you did to Nigel!
Edlin! He's...
I'm sorry, my friend.
I never should have joined the guild. He told me, but I wouldn't listen.
The fault is not yours. Your brother was killed before we reached West March.
That dagger looks very familiar.
Take it, and let's go. We cannot stay here.
Well, shit. The scoundrel's brother was killed. A stolen life.
Your blame is misplaced, Lyndon. The fault was not yours.
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
That you will not rush to judgment.
You have no brothers. You've never loved anyone. You can never understand.
Well, that's a difficult situation there, man. Ooh, hey, Templar dude. What type of weapon you got there? 168? Oh, no, 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 no. You need to be carrying
Just
something a little bit more
thing.
beefy. 134. Mmm. Nah, we're good here.
Making a sale?
Oh my word. Hello, Ace. How are you doing? Hello, Will. I'm here. Greetings. Greetings to you. Man. I can't believe it. You are... Let me do a little bit of math here. 6 years. My God. 72 straight months? That's literally 6 years. That is a long time. That's a long, long time. How on earth have you survived in this stream for that long? Most people have picked up and gone on to different lives by now. I don't know what compels you to stick around. 6 sexy years. Oh my. I don't know what compels you to stick around, but like, hey, welcome and enjoy yourself, yeah? Yes, there we go. Some tasty, tasty coffee. Okay, so welcome to the stream. It's a little bit on the quiet side today. And whenever I say a little bit, I mean really, really, really. Like, you could... It's like, if I make any noise, I'll wake the dead. Which is ironic, because there's a lot of dead waking up, so...
Be well.
Alright, what have we got here?
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is altering the Black Soul Stone.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
If we are to stop him, we need to know what he plans to do next.
Uh-oh.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
He will die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
Evil must die.
Urzael.
Do you know Urzael?
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
Malthael's mercy.
Did Malthael spare you because you were once an angel?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
And I am? Not so long ago, we would have fought together against Diablo himself.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
He will learn that there are more than two sides.
Tyrael's pain?
How do you feel?
I have felt pain before, but Nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
Pain exists in the mind. Meditation and control can lessen it.
The Black Soul Stone?
Why did Malthael take the Black Soul Stone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter. But every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense. Regardless of what he has become.
He would not have taken it without cause.
Any new wait. There's another blue dot. Destroying the Soul Stone.
Tyrael should have destroyed the Black Soul Stone when he had the opportunity.
The Black Soul Stone was made by a man, unlike previous Soul Stones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time. How could we?
It doesn't matter now. What matters is what we will do when we get it back.
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next.
Thank you so much for the subscription, Basilis. 63 months on a 63-month streak. God, just like the long subs are all coming through today. That's 5 years and 3 months. Holy moly. Hey, Strife, long time no see. Hope you're doing well. I'm all right, Basilis. How are you? Greetings to you. How are you doing, Basilis? That's 5 1/4. God, I say it out loud and I immediately forget. Yes, 5 1/4 years. That's a long time to be subscribed. Welcome. You, both you and Ace are hanging out. Ace is at the 6-year mark today. Long time to go. I suppose having like it's a kind of a quiet stream by comparison, especially how things went on Monday, which I suppose is like just the universe equaling itself out. Monday was a crazy stream. Monday, someone took the opportunity to really call my bluff on the hundo donations and stuff. Doing well. My semester is almost over. Congrats, Ace. Shen, let's chat. Zay's plan.
Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patiently for a night when Lyria's path hid her behind the silver moon. For when the sun set, Dirges had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire rules the night. He could only watch from below, as she drifted across the ocean of stars. Then Zai climbed, silent as a whisper, into Lyria's palace in the heavens.
Was it love that drove him?
No, but stealing from Dirges would make Zai a legend.
Okay, it would appear that I'm all done here. Let's go ahead and venture back out into the city. Ooh, hey, did I go through her satchel already? Yes, I did. Found the waypoint for Westmarch Heights.
Get away!
Just glad I was able to find some time and watch a stream. I mean, I'm always happy to have anybody along for the ride, you know? Luke Goblin!
My city. It will never recover, will it?
It will not be the same, but all is not lost.
Cities can be rebuilt, my friend. Don't worry about it. Okay, this is gonna be another, like, super, super long, jaunt through through another city section, I can tell. Don't worry, the city, she burns. Yes, I know, but there's gold over here. Just call on Strife Solutions for all your city building needs. You have no idea. Like, if you follow me on Twitter, I published a picture the other day of the quarry at Sideshale that was established for, you know, rebuilding solutions. Like, while it was all put together for story purposes, it was also serving a very big functional cause. And that warehouse at Sideshale, it's my, like, small side projects to actually work on filling it up. So...
Malthael's influence taints man and beast alike. Even the dogs of Westmarch, once tame and gentle, have been transformed into wild, savage creatures. They hunt in packs through the streets, tearing apart their prey with ravenous hunger. I saw them rip a soldier limb from limb. When his screams stopped, they came for me.
So, like, what I'm getting up to right now with my Minecraft server is literally slowly working on increasing the number of building materials that are housed within the warehouse, and God, so the specific block that I'm focusing on at the moment is getting basically 9 stacks. City Hall. What the hell's going on here?
It is done. The bloodline of Rakis will once again sit on the throne of Westmarch.
So, you will be king.
My grandmother was the daughter of Coralon, but he would not claim her because she was born of a courtesan, not a queen. With the peasants supporting me, Westmarch will become a place of freedom and equality. The idle rich will be no more. Of course, there will be some bloodshed. We must make a few examples, consolidate our power. A small price to pay.
Westmarch cannot survive any more bloodletting. I will not allow it.
I have spent my whole life preparing for this day, monk.
Let us have at it then, foul traitor.
The King's Journal.
I have come to realize that my personal feelings are of no consequence. My people are dying, and they need their king. Our resistance starts today, and Lord Winton, of all people, has provided the means. These Reapers shall not have Westmarch. I swear my life on it.
And then he was killed from within. Well then. Well, my little loot goblin is certainly happy about all of the stuff that I'm dropping, all of the grays that I'm dropping on the ground. Just found the image of the quarry. Is that, that is impressive. Yeah, it's taken the better part of a year to actually dig that whole quarry in its entirety. About half of it was done with Tev's help, and the other half was done all entirely on my own, because let's be honest, like just straight up digging a quarry is what an ominous specter. But my goal right now is to literally have bamboo, basically bamboo log stockpiled, because that's being added in the 120 update. Like they're adding what are effectively bamboo logs, but to craft a single bamboo log, you need 9 bamboo to make it. So I was like, well, you know, I've got this open space next to the quarry and I have to dig it still. So all I need to do is basically get 9 whole stacks of, like, go and fill 9 different vertical stacks of chests with bamboo, and then just craft all of it whenever 1.20 comes out. So that's my current project. You know, if you ignore some of the other things that I've been doing on the side involving video work. But I really do want the main... I want that warehouse completely full of supplies for building projects
We
whenever I
must
want
stop
to
them
do
before they do this to the entire world.
We will.
It's a long and arduous process filling up a warehouse.
The servants of evil are vanquished. These creatures won't go down easily.
Gut relic. Gut relic. Okay.
Help! Help! These monsters have trapped me in here!
Thank you. If I remained in that inferno any longer, I surely would have died.
Okay, well, he got crushed. Oh my god. I don't even have to look twice. That's definitely better. This is true, especially going solo for a good chunk of the time. Increased resource regeneration and reduced cooldowns. Nice. What's this? Repository of bones. Hello!
This fight is over!
I'm here for it. I shall destroy all of the creatures down here. Ooh, he finally gave me something interesting. A glamorous ring. I'll have to give a better look at that later. I want to make use of this this buff that I have.
Break beneath the endless tide!
Like, I also have a larger goal to like, have an entire stack of chests inside of that warehouse full of... What are all you tricks doing? Get the fuck off me. I have a larger, goal of, like... larger? I have another goal of having, an entire stack of chests full of, you know, like... the brick blocks as well, you know, like the red brick blocks. I need to get an entire stack of like netherite brick. I need to.
Your flaws are revealed.
Or not netherite bricks, just nether bricks. Another one of red nether bricks. You know. I have to really think about what I want every single chest stack to be full of, because most of what I want that warehouse to be full of is stuff that's hard to acquire. Where it's like, okay, well, this takes time to like make, you know. So it's like nether bricks is a perfect example of stuff that takes. Easy for you to say. How big is the warehouse? God, you know, I don't... 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how high the stacks of chests are. That's what I don't remember, okay? But it's like, they're in sections of 3, and the chests are stacked on top of each other. I think it's about 6 or 7 double chests stacked vertically. So, a vertical stack is either 6 or 7 doubles on top of each other. Ooh. Oh, no information in that sound. So, it's either 6 or 7 doubles stacked vertically. And then, from there, you have... and they're kept in groups of 3, so 3 stacks per alcove, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 vertical stacks of chests. Or, no, 16 alcoves. Each alcove has 3 stacks of double chests. And each stack is either 6 or 7 double chests. Like, I know that it carries... in total, like 1.2 million items. I don't remember what that number is in just, like, the stack count. Like, you know, if a stack being 64, I don't remember how many stacks it holds in total, but I know that individually...
The storm breaks!
If you filled it up with, like, nothing but cobblestone, it would be, like, 1.2 million cobblestone or something. It's an enormous warehouse.
Always wanted to fight some of these.
It is a large warehouse.
Despite all that has come to pass, you still fight with the power of your convictions.
I was a soldier in Westmarch before the Order took me. Fighting is in my blood.
So, yeah, Basilisk, it's not small. It's not small, unlike other things that I could mention. Wink. Wait a minute, easy for you to say. What are you referring to? What's easy for me to say? Oh, for God's sake, Windows, I know that there's a Java update. I tried to do it the other day and you got pissy. There it is. Yeah, you knew that it had to come along at some point. I'm just glad that nobody's here to call my bluff today. I'm gonna have to remember to do something with this rare staff. I should probably give that to the Enchantress.
What happened here?
It's a sewer full of bones.
Your flaws are revealed!
You were struggling to say brick. Ah, there we go. Bluff? Okay, so, Basilisk, do you know what happens in this channel if I get a hundo donation? Like, like, it's been a while since you've been around, so I don't know if you're aware of what a hundo donation entails. I do not recall, honestly. Okay, so a while ago, I got a little bit ornery, and I was like, okay, you know what? If you want to, you want to call my bluff on some stuff, then, if you donate 100, I'll take off my underwear and I'll put them up on the wall. Because, you know, you can redeem channel points to change out the underwear on the back wall. So, on Monday, somebody came around and just, with no provocation whatsoever, it's not like I was taunting anyone, they just dropped a hundo, the first thing that they did when they arrived at the channel, and they were like, hi, it's been a while, I want to see if this is still a thing. So, that is what calling my bluff means. And the question is whether or not someone will, you know, because I like that's not an insignificant amount of money to spend.
My mind is stronger.
Oh, I spoke too soon. Hello, Shawnee. I didn't know that you were here. Uh-oh. Shawnee is the one who called my bluff on Monday. I did not know that they had returned. I feel a little bit sheepish all of a sudden. Kill 100 enemies, earn a bonus chest. Oh my god, I'd better get to it.
Your flaws are revealed. I don't have enough spirit.
Oh, I'm not gonna make it.
Your flaws are revealed.
Damn, I didn't kill anywhere near enough. Well, fuck.
This cannot be opened yet.
Okay, well, my inventory is entirely full. I think we should let it go for today. Maybe another time. Well, I mean, once somebody walks into chat who's like, oh ho, you want to call bluff again? All of a sudden, it's time for me to shut up. That's the way that it works. Although I will, at the very least, because I am a man of my word, I will say out loud that Shawnee didn't just drop a single hundo. Shawnee dropped 6 hundos on Monday. I could not believe it.
I need to go back.
I need to take care of my inventory here. Ooh, there's more chatting to be done here. Alright, let me sort through all of my inventory. That's a lot of hundos. Yes, and because of the fact that hundos are, like, pretty significant things to engage with or give me, I informally Like, it's the best way to put it. I informally keep track of tokens, if you will, where it's like, okay, well, you get all the effects of a full hundo whenever you want to redeem it. You know? So the whole idea is, oh, you spent the hundo previously, like if it happens more than once in a stream, because I'll only do it once per stream, right? To be fair, I was drunk that night and was celebrating a promotion. Really? Really? Here I thought you were just really irresponsible with your money and also super horny. But even so, Shawnee, you have, I've got a file here with the information. You have 5 outstanding hundo tokens to redeem whenever you want to. Okay? You do not have to give a hundo to get the effect of a hundo. And I will personally keep track of that information. Alright, let's chat with the Enchantress.
All that I have said has come to pass. Thanks to your donations, your tribute to our Lord, we have been granted a reprieve. It is a sign from Malthael, an acknowledgement of our repentance. But we must give him an unmistakable sign that we have changed. Give all that you have to ensure your salvation.
Why can't it be both? What do you mean, why can't it be both? Like, what? You want to donate another hundo and also, like, use up a... It doesn't work that way.
The city is dark and ruined, yet you look lovelier than ever. How do you manage it?
I stay focused. Oh, and I ignore flattery.
Well, that's a pity. Flattery is one of my specialties.
422. Holy freaking moly. That's a hard one to beat, but I think I can. Okay, Templar dude, 231. Do I have anything that even comes close to comparing to that? I do have this, 233. Can you use this?
Excellent.
Yeah, you can. So that's 233. I don't think that I have anything that even comes close to it. So I think that pretty much everything that I have here can go out. Anything that I have is kind of like negligibly better. The improvement is negligible. There we go. Which isn't the same as being, which is not the same as wearing a negligee, which I would do if I was encouraged to. If I was properly encouraged to do it. Actually, what's the difference between a negligee and a nightie? I don't know. I don't legitimately know the difference. You'd figure that I would. Ace, what are you doing bringing those pics up for? Oh, right, Basilisk, you probably don't know about the pics that that Ace just brought up there. There's a lot of flesh in them. As a reminder, there are things on the wish list. Everything I'm wearing in that picture was purchased off of the wish list, and it is less than a month until my birthday. So for the next several weeks, anything that I receive off of the wish list, I promise that I will not open it until my birthday, because I'll probably be streaming on my birthday, specifically because Zelda will be out by then. So, fear.
I don't know that I will ever feel safe again. To know that angels or demons, or who knows what else, can kill thousands of us anytime they choose.
Browse away.
Miriam? Urzael's whereabouts?
Tell me about Urzael.
Well, he seems to have an affinity for fire. I'd watch out for that if I were you.
Is that all?
Urzael was sent to find Malthael by our friend Tyrael. He blames himself for what Urzael has become.
Oh my, indeed. Looking good, Strife. Thank you very much for the compliment. I really do like the way that I look in that picture. Hence the reason why I took it. Like, it was, what was it? It was like the one picture that I decided to take out of, like, more than 100 or something. Actually, come to think of it, I've got the folder right over here. How many folders are we, how many files? 300 out of 384 pictures I took. Out of 384 pictures I took, I selected 24 of them, and then I had to select like an even smaller number to kind of like clean up a little bit. And that, my friend, is how you get me in a body stocking. And some of those pictures are very spicy. So, all right. More about Miriam.
What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blanketing our world. So I left my people, my family, to come help you.
It cannot have been as easy as you make it sound.
Nonsense. We veteran often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one of them. Except for Jonah. I never really liked that one.
Oh my word.
Please do not kill Urzael too quickly. Make him suffer for what he has done.
Hero.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
12 people ran by me and did nothing. You're a hero.
Just in the right place at the right time, I suppose.
With Justinian dead, I fear another contest for the throne. If we don't learn from history, we are doomed to repeat it. And nobody wants to read the same story twice.
The Catullus insurrection was led by a woman known only as Tira, who claimed to be descended from the sons of Rakis. This uprising was immediately seen as a war of the common man against the nobles and their Zakharum strictures. During the very height of the conflict, Tira seized control of Westmarch and proclaimed herself Empress.
Is it true that King Justinian IV is dead? That would mean I'm 7th, no, 6th in line for the throne. Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
Sure, man.
Westmarch won't fall so easily. The king must be preparing for a counterattack. Keep that nonsense to yourself. I've had my fill of false hope.
Nothing new there. In any case, thank you so much for being here, chat. It's always nice to have you around, even if it's just a couple of you. The compassion of the nobleman.
A caravan to Kingsport won't be cheap. How much would your dress fetch?
Harold, I've nothing else to wear.
Well, I'm sure there are some curtains lying about.
God, he's such a piece of work. Death of King Justinian.
I bear grim tidings, General. The king is dead.
I'd heard rumors, but I hoped. I didn't really care for the king at first, but he turned into a good ruler. Hadn't been himself lately, though. The last of his trusted advisors died recently. Hit him hard, it did. He would have recovered eventually. Now, he'll never get the chance.
Achievement. Generalizing. Of course, I'm glad to be here. How are you liking Diablo? It's decent. It's decent. This is a better game than it was whenever I first played it. I first played it whenever it was brand new and they were like really heavily pushing the real money auction house and all that stuff. So times have changed a bit. Ooh. Panic house.
Help! Someone! Is there someone there? Help us, please!
Okay, so I open the doors and everybody dies. That's cool. That's cool. I get it. Walk in, try to help people. Do exactly what's necessary to have them turned into undead. Hey, Strife. Also, when I came in, you were mid-word about... weird. So it sounded like... so it sounded like chastising. Chastising? What would I chastise you for?
What about you? What brought you to take on the responsibilities of the world?
It is the will of the gods. I am their instrument.
Ah, good old Buttspot. His budding ways. Not horny enough? I mean, if you want to get involved in chastity, like, you know where the wish list is at and how to suggest things for it. I don't know, would that be a new level of filth for this channel or not? I'm uncertain.
Is that all?
Alright, we found the location where we're supposed to be headed, so... what we will do is we will now backtrack. We'll backtrack to sections of the city we haven't been to yet. I don't know, it's just that I heard letters and my mind came to the conclusion that the word was probably chastising, even though I know it probably wasn't. I'm not gonna judge. Not gonna judge. There you are. Hello. So then, are we starting the squat train? I don't know. I mean, you kind of need the rest of chat to make that happen. Viper's Sting. I thought it said Viper's String, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that we were into wearing G-strings and bikini armor in this game. Gotta love how the brains make things out of nothing. How brains make things out of nothing sometime, or how we see faces and things. Yes, this is very true. Happens all the time. Damn it, autocorrect, that's brain. Chat, do you mind if I share a bit of a detail with you? I've been wet all week. It's been raining. We've had a very rainy week. I've been moist the entire time. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Tower of Corleone. Ooh, cinematic.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters.
You don't look like an angel.
Soon, demon spawn like you will be gone forever.
The eternal conflict may come to an end, but today is not that day.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
I think he did. Oh, look at this.
Nephilim, I will bring an end to conflict. In death there is peace.
Coward.
Ooh la la. Ooh. A year already? What even is time? My God. What is up with like these anniversary things? First Ace hits 6 years, then we get 5 1/4 from Basilisk, and now a year from Kato. Thank you so much for the subscription, Kato. It's good to know that I'm worth both your time and your money. It is great, and it is great to have you along for the ride. It'll be raining where I am all week as well. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's basic, like, all of the rain that we've gotten this week has essentially put an enormous dent, if not ended, a lot of the drought conditions that we've had in the local area. How's the heckin'? The heckin' is hecked.
This will help.
Ah, okay. I cannot leave. I have to literally use the portal to get out of here.
I need to go back.
All right, let's see what story events are going to transpire once I return. Well, there's more chatting to be done. God, there's a lot of talking in this phase of the game. Angel's death.
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but his master is still out there. When I have killed him, this will never happen again.
I believe you.
Stories.
Something tells me you have lived an eventful life, Miriam.
Ooh la la.
Oh, I could tell you stories. I actually knew Hedrig when he and his soon-to-be wife traveled with the Vetchin. She was beautiful. She had mystical powers of her own. I taught her a thing or two. Eventually, they were married. It was then that I had a horrific vision of what would befall them. We were friends, but there was nothing I could do. So, I shared my wine. We laughed. We danced. I wanted them to be happy for as long as possible before. She never spoke to me about it, but I think she knew.
Jeez. Okay, what does this guy have to say? Serana's revenge.
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this nightmare, I am leaving for my parents' estate in Bramwell.
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father has more than enough money to...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a tree for the crows. Maybe then you'll finally think of something other than money.
We're close to a hype train? What? No. There's no space and no time for a hype train, guys. Don't even think about it. This is a small, quiet stream today, alright? Started off small and quiet, and it's staying small and quiet. Don't you even think about it.
You killed the angel who caused this slaughter? Does that mean we're safe now?
Also, Tatsu, thank you so much for the subscription. I've apparently been subbed to you for over 3 years now. Wait, is 37? What is 37? Yeah, just a month over 3 years. My word. Kato. Oh, no. Kato, do not. There are 13 of us now? Yeah, and that's not enough for a hype train. Thank you for the cheer, Kato, but no. No. Stop it. We're not doing a hype train today, okay?
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it.
God. You are... Could you just, like, maybe keep your thoughts to yourself and, I don't know, just chronicle it instead of talking about how amazing it's gonna be?
How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done.
But what if... You sure? Don't do it, chat. Don't do it. I'm warning you right now.
Rakus conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
I try, but remember in Tev's stream I used my bits for the month. Oh my word. I mean, I've got... You don't know what I'm doing with my hands right now, but there are plenty of bits in them. I mean, it is the end of the month, so it totally makes sense for people to be, like, either entirely out of money or have to just come into, like, a certain amount of it. I don't know. Everybody's pay schedule is different. I've been at the same job for so long, I'm used to getting a paycheck every single Friday. Every Friday is payday for me. Has been for a long time. Except for the weeks where I take vacation. They gave me my vacation check ahead of my vacation. So afterwards, I end up with a Friday without a paycheck.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
All right. Oh, I have the money to buy bits. I just limit the amount I buy. Which, I mean, that's the responsible thing to do. Which is why chat's not gonna spend any more money. And you're not gonna start a hype train or anything like that. I'm watching the countdown timer right now, and I know that you guys aren't gonna... You're not doing it, so...
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son.
It is not safe. You should stay here.
I don't care.
Well...
Urzael is dead, and the Reaper's hold on this city will end.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But our time is running out. We still do not know Malthael's plan, and with each passing moment, he grows stronger.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately.
I just got something new. Fine. Next time, William. Haha, like I said. Passed it right by. Small, smooth, under the radar, and quiet. That's the way that things are going. Secret Scuba Steve 89. Hello, Scuba Steve. How are you doing? If it was time, I'd buy 5,550 bits right now and put them in the train. My God. God. Tyrael's mood.
Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
The road ahead is not an easy one. We should enjoy victory while we can.
Wise words, my friend. Angels are cursed with a wider perspective of events. To live in the moment is a part of mortal existence I must learn to embrace.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time left, Tyrael, especially when compared to how long you've lived already. Ooh, right, I have to deposit some materials here. Got some more chatting to do as well. Ooh, the Enchantress. Voice from afar.
I heard Lysa's voice again, and I could make out more of what she was saying. She is calling out for me, but it sounds as though the voice is speaking to me from far away, from beyond our world.
But you saw that she was dead.
Now I am not sure. What I do know is that she is out there, and she needs me.
Ooh, covetous Shen. What do you have to say, Shen? The perfect night.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
A thief and a braggart. Did Zai feel any remorse?
No, not then. He felt pride.
Hadrig? By Bryson.
Bryson meant well. You judged him too harshly.
He's a fool, and fools end up dead around here.
Ah, so that is the reason for this display.
What are you talking about?
Your father, your wife, your apprentice. You've lost everyone dear to you.
You keep that nonsense to yourself, or I might forget how much I owe you.
I don't feel like talking right now.
You're good? Well, hey, that's fantastic. I hope that you're enjoying the stream. Listen, chat, I need to go downstairs and grab myself a refill on coffee. I need to figure out whether or not I'm going to keep this rare ring here. I'm gonna go grab myself a refill on coffee. Should be the... Oops, wrong button. It should be the last refill of the day. Don't go anywhere on me. I will be right back. All right, there we go. So, hey, want to rewind the conversation a tiny bit here, but, Shawnee, are you still present? 59. Oh my god, you need a better belt so badly. Bro, just take this one.
Ah, good.
94, 107. No
I will
comparison.
use this.
You are indeed. Okay, so, Shawnee, you mentioned that the other day when you were basically making it rain, that you were celebrating getting a promotion or something. Would you mind sharing some of the details there? Because, like, I like hearing about these things.
What do you need?
What's this thing? Oops.
Happy to help.
Finally got promoted to Chief Financial Officer. Jeez. CFO is a pretty high rank. Wow-wee. Didn't know that I had anybody watching me who makes that type of cash. That's pretty impressive. That's a rank that I could only hope to aspire to be. I was expecting that it was like being promoted from like, you know, I don't know, like a part-time manager to a full-time manager position. I was not expecting, oh, I got promoted to CFO. It's like, what? Wait, hold up. Hold up. I've been watching since I was a teenager, and it's a vice I can't seem to shake. My word. Wait a minute, you've been watching since you're a teenager. How old are you, Shawnee? I'm very curious. Because, like, just, like, I'm going on 36 in a month, right? And it's like, the concept of being in a position of CFO is just like, that's not even in my mind. I've been in a situation in my life for so long where it's like, oh no, I kind of chart my own course and I will not be a cog in a machine. 25, CFO at the age of 25? No, at the age of 24. Holy shit, bro. You climbing the ladder fast. That's impressive.
Cheldo, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
That does not matter.
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
Adria.
Oh, this complicates things.
Adria is not as you remember her. She is channeling blood magic to prepare herself to retrieve the Black Soul Stone.
What exactly does that mean?
Some things cannot be explained. You must see them for yourself.
Why do I bother speaking with you?
You have no sense of adventure.
Oh boy. The angels.
The angels do nothing to help us. Why?
There is confusion and dissension in the high heavens. You must remember, Malthael was our leader once.
But no longer. Can you not summon the armies of heaven?
Imperius commands the host, and he will not unleash them on a fellow angel, especially a former member of the Angiras Council.
Imperius. Of course.
Wait, you're only 36, Strife? I'm 30. I've been watching you since high school. I won't lie. Like, I started being an entertainer accidentally, basically, when I graduated high school, you know? I believe YouTube was established and, like, it was first started in 2005. Like, YouTube was such a weird offshot concept whenever it began that I wasn't convinced that it would be successful, and I was more interested in a little platform that Google was running. Because, you know, it's like, oh, hey, Google is this large, well-known company, and they're trying to do video in their own manner, and it was called Google Video. And I remember being more interested in stuff uploaded to Google Video than stuff uploaded to YouTube, because this Google Video had a more robust system and the video quality was better, even though it was, you know, like, it was a little bit either or. YouTube was really, it was whenever it was like an upstart thing that was created. It was before Google bought them. And then, of course, once Google bought YouTube, they discontinued the Google Video service. And I was like, well, it's obvious which direction things are going now, you know. I remember YouTube having the star system. Yep. It started with a 5-star rating system, and they shared. I'll never forget when they retired the 5-star rating system for the upvote downvote system. They basically shared a graph showing distribution of how the distribution of stars, like how frequently people gave ratings to videos. Or how, like, if you totaled up all of the ratings, you know, all of the 1-star ratings, 2-star ratings, 3-star ratings, 4, 5, etc. If you totaled all of those up and you put them on a graph, and it's like, okay, well, this is how many of this we have and how many of this we have. It was basically, there was like this many 1-star ratings, this many 2-star, this many 3-star, this many 4-star, and then this many fucking 5-star ratings. And they were like, it is extremely clear. It is extremely clear that people either use the star system to either hate something or really, really like it. And things that people really, really like is way better, you know, or were way more active. So we're just going to get rid of the middle ground here and just go with an upvote, downvote. And I remember people being pissed off about that and being like, man, I'd rate you 5 if it was still available, you know. I mean,
You're not going anywhere without me.
I'm not? Why?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
Follow me if you like, but Adria will die.
I'm worried I'm the youngest one here. Like, it's interesting to see how old some of my followers are, you know? But, Shawnee, I do want to say congratulations on your promotion and with how high you've managed to climb. That's amazing. Oh, and, Shawnee, I don't know how this'll work, but you do have those 5 tokens to use. Just be unambiguous when or if you ever want to use those tokens, because anybody else who has them has basically decided that they're not going to mess with their tokens and just leave them to the side, which is totally fine. No one's forced or required.
I have killed Urzael and destroyed the Reapers. The people of West March can begin to rebuild. Lorath and I now go to the Blood Marsh. Adria is there. And she knows how to find Malthael. Once she tells me where he is, I will end her life.
The marsh has changed much in a short time. The boggans are more aggressive, the water more dangerous. Adria's work, no doubt.
Hey, I'm saving my token for if/when you do the fancy singing stream. I never would have thought. I never would have fucking thought. But hello, AmLab. Hello. I just wanted Tales from Skyrim back. And you know, you've given me plenty to think about, you know. It's just there is a
Black Soulstone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. I thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same.
I consider myself an expert on all matters concerning boggits. The boggit itself is a small, odd creature given to foraging and burrowing. Under normal circumstances, it fears humans, but it can be incited to great violence when under the influence of magical objects. Rings in particular seem to excite them.
Ooh. The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine, and she laughed.
The tusked boggan is a ferocious, hulking beast with an exceedingly bad temper. Aided by packs of boggits, it will fight anything that crosses its path. Invariably, some of the boggits will die, but the survivors are rewarded with scraps left over from the boggan's prey. If only my assistants would work for so little.
God. Okay, so that's where I'm supposed to go. Which means it's time to explore the other areas of the swamp, further to the south. May I explore your southern regions?
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that?
Woohoo! Plenty to kill. Oh, for God's sake, would you just go away already?
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
Alright, waypoint activated,
I won't
sweet.
be late this time, Adria.
Remember to get the information we need before you...
I know what I'm going to do.
Well, that's not very reassuring.
$30 here. $32? Man. $31 at the end of next month. Jeez. I also remember when people posted YouTube videos on their MySpace profiles. God, that is a long time ago. Also, hello, y'all. Hello, MLab. Greetings to you and welcome back.
Meet your destiny!
I mean, actually, now that I think about it, what was the... I'm a little bit curious what the first experience here and on my stream, because most of you seem to be, like, returning viewers, right?
My father could never understand. He was born into privilege and wealth, and he spent every moment of his life trying to protect it. I was his flesh and blood, but he cared more about the names in books and the faces of the paintings on the walls than his living daughter.
So I'm curious, like, what's your earliest memory of like being in my streams?
Do you know what fear is? The fear of who you are. The fear of what your own blood would do if they knew what you were. No, you could never understand it. People look to you as a savior. Have you ever thought about the lives you've taken? They were fathers, lovers, daughters.
Why does it feel like Adria's journal was specifically written for me? Calling your bluff on panties. Yes, Ace, I will remember that. I will always remember that. You are the one who I believe bought the very first set for me. The entire experience, a well-documented story.
These enemies defy all reason. A worthy opponent. These creatures are usually fairly docile. Whatever Adria's doing has made them unnaturally aggressive.
I had heard of you from the Yogscast, but I never watched your content. The first streams I watched was around the CBH sessions. Wow. That's a ways down the line. What got you to watch me so long after I had left the Yogscast, Amlab? Also, good to know that you came in and you felt, and it's good to know that, you know, like I've brought in some new viewers with that whole project that I was part of. It was a lot of fun.
That was quite bizarre.
Here I am. I see you capitalizing the word "of," and I think that you're saying OnlyFans. Oh my god, is this like an exact copy of my existing legendary ring, but better quality? More dexterity, vitality. Attack speed increased by 5%. Critical hit damage increased by 25%. It's missing the reduced resource cost. %14% extra gold from monsters. This one is 18%. Summon a treasure goblin who picks up normal quality items for you. After picking up 13 items, he drops a rare item with a chance for a legendary. Fuck yeah, man. That's so goddamn cool. Wait, what if I equip both of these? You cannot equip more than one. Okay, well. I heard about CBH from lying YouTube. Oh, cool. I watched you on YouTube well before joining your streams, of course. Less durability? You're right, you're right. The new ring is 10 points less durable. I haven't hit repair on my equipment in a while. I should probably do that the next time I return to the...
They ask me what I see when I look into the fire. I see a burning man. I see a burning witch. I see terror and a hunger that will consume everything. What hope do the works of men have against such all-consuming hunger? I gave myself to the flames.
Get you a repair? I will soon enough.
This is one of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
Allow me.
My father burned. He screamed as the flames consumed him, and the smell was sickly sweet. He had found me. For once in his life he had noticed me. And when he saw that the flames did not touch me, he breathed one word. It was his last.
Oh, okay. You don't have to tell me that word, that's fine.
Done. There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
Okay, so it's not the squiggly lines. I'm still highly entertained that what started as just kind of a goof.
A mighty adversary is before us.
I'm not bothered with that right now. I don't want to battle a mighty adversary. Where's our friend here? Scoundrel. Inventory and skills. 182. Haha. You get a better crossbow. Let's go ahead and talk with him. Get rid of all of this stuff. Sell off the old ring. Repair my equipped items. I've got enough money to go back to the gem craft as well, so... I think I started watching your streams mainly because I finally got a Twitch account between 2017 and 2018, but I've been watching your YouTube since 2010, 2012, and God, those days of YouTube were different pre-adpocalypse. Quite different. Things on YouTube has changed just a whole lot, you know? Alright, so we've crafted everything we can. I'm now in the poorhouse once more. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of chatting while we're here. When the fuck did you get a table?
Tira's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zakharum faith, used this opening to crush the rebels once and for all and become the new king.
Touched by death.
I was separated from the other soldiers and surrounded by the dead when I saw him. I gazed into the face of death himself. I couldn't move. I just stared as he passed through me. His touch was like ice, so cold. But something in me changed. Something I cannot understand.
Uh-oh.
I can't stay here. I need to move on.
You can't leave me. Where will I go?
You should be safe here.
Please, just stay a few more days.
Aha, there's something else here.
He's been saying something new, but I haven't been able to make out the words. He's getting weaker.
The witch!
There are no witches here in Westmarch. They've all been driven out.
Adria.
Uh-oh.
Everyone's dead. Everyone in the city is dead.
No, dear. That isn't true. Look, there's almost a dozen people here.
Other words from our friends. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so... Wait, what the...
I am returning to town.
Okay, didn't mean to do that. I'm still entertained that one of the things that I did, just as a lark, all those years ago, is now like such a staple thing for my channel in the form of entertainment that I provide.
I had believed my new assistant was the noisiest creature in the world, but that was before I discovered the Shrieking Terror. This bat-like monstrosity produces the most ear-splitting racket imaginable, and furthermore managed to make my assistant scream even louder. I think my headache will last for weeks now.
God. I gave the table to him. It was me the whole time. How dare you? Stop giving things away for free. You have to start, like, charging people.
The Boggin Trapper's snares are surprisingly effective, though I have no idea how they learned to fashion them. Most of the Boggin's feeble intelligence seems to be centered around killing and eating, and in this respect, their efforts are admirable. Perhaps I should hide one of these snares near my tent when I'm sleeping.
You grow ever stronger.
I do grow stronger. A more powerful McPunch. Alright, let's chat with this guy. Zale?
Zale, I am glad you are well.
Who is this?
I am Zale, a necromancer who seeks to maintain the balance.
Plus, he's a Haradrim.
That's my friend Humbard. He's a skull. Please ignore him.
Zale helped Tyrael steal the Black Soul Stone from heaven.
I did, but I was not in the tomb when Malthael struck.
If he was, Zale would have shown that angel what it means to cross a necromancer.
That's enough, Humbard.
This is entertaining. A necromancer with a talking skull. It's a little bit like it's a little bit like a ventriloquist comedian. Whoops.
What are you doing out in the bog?
This place is falling to deep imbalance. Something is very wrong here, and I wish to heal the land.
The sickness here is Adria, and I mean to kill her.
Well, that's taken care of. Let's go get a drink.
Even after she is slain, equilibrium will not immediately be restored. It will take time.
Always so serious.
God. It reminds me of the skull that would talk with you in Graveyard Keeper. Even though Graveyard Keeper came out after this, so long after this. Anyone else have memories of the first time that you showed up to one of my streams? Or the most memorable moment that you'll always recall? Alright. Let us continue. Ooh. Oh, for God's sake, I'm trying to go through some inventory materials here. Would you please leave me be?
Searching for the maggot brood has been quite an adventure. I first observed the corpse of one near the road to Westmarch, where it raised such a stench that my new assistant vomited twice on my favorite traveling cloak. The stains came out eventually, but I was sorely vexed.
This guy.
This may be the correct passage, but I do not know for sure.
We got the leaf passage. Might be the right way to go, might be the wrong one.
I have always wondered how much Adria relied on Diablo's power instead of her own. Based on her blood gods, her magic is very strong. These flesh gorges are raised from earth, stone, and demon blood, and they are driven to feast on humans so they may resemble us more closely. Let's hope they don't succeed. The flesh shaman was created from the blood of the witch Adria. Because of that, the shaman is able to use magic as she does, channeling the power of blood and fire. Luckily, Adria only has so much blood to shed, and not for much longer.
I had half a mind to explore the ancient ruins outside Westmarch, and then I realized they were crawling with dreadful scarabs. Of course, these creatures do not frighten me, but they make my research much too time-consuming, and I am widely known for my efficiency, am I not?
I've never been in these parts of the ruins before. We only followed the path that led directly to the tomb.
I have uncovered and obscured an ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible tale. The secret history of a race called the Nephilim, gods by another name, and their ruined civilization in the west. If this is true, how could all signs of these Nephilim be lost, but for the record of this single tome?
Treasure!
Yes, indeed. Quite a bit of treasure.
The storm breaks!
Alright, I'd better actually get this room over here. Do something about... Ooh! What the fuck are you? How odd.
These enemies defy all reason.
I need spirit. Ha! A vicious strike! Ha! A vicious strike!
Pretty fantastic to, I mean, can you imagine how dull your blades would be after actually murdering this many creatures?
Adria birthed these golems from the blood marsh. Their bodies were formed from the water and earth of the marsh itself, while the venom of the marsh creatures gave them life. Their very skin seems to burst with the poison of this land.
Your flaws are revealed!
I don't like having to swap my fist weapon like that, but I've not many options here. Ay, ay.
Break beneath the endless tide!
So I had an unpleasant bit of news and/or update. So I had to visit the dentist on Tuesday. Just, you know, the regular 6-month visit where they, like, clean your teeth and everything. Make you feel like no matter how much dental care you do, it's never enough.
Feel the wrath of Yitar!
And I get to the end, and the hygienist is like, alright, the dentist is gonna be in. He'll take a closer look. Make certain that everything's okay. So he comes in and he takes a look and he's like, okay, one of the fillings that you got is chipped. We're gonna have to replace that. And I'm like, ah, great, okay. So, I have to go in and I have to have one of my fillings removed and replaced.
Your flaws are revealed!
I don't know about you guys, but I find like dental work some of the least pleasant medical treatment ever, you know? Like I dislike dental work so much that it has actually convinced me to start flossing.
Your flaws are revealed!
Dentists are not fun, but necessary. I mean, entirely true.
This is not the right entrance.
Okay, so I went through the wrong dungeon. Fantastic. It's like there are so many stories in life, you know, where it's like, oh, this is my story about how, you know, like I decided that this is going to be my profession, because you don't just become a dentist. It's not simple, you know. You have to spend time to become a dentist. And I think about it and I'm like, what compels someone to become a dentist? Because nothing sounds less appealing to me than basically sitting there hunched over random people with your fingers in their mouth. Like, that just doesn't sound like a good time. And it just boggles the mind. It's like,
slither to your death.
The storm breaks.
desire to help people and or money. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can understand it, but I will never understand it. Both are valid. And yeah, both are totally valid.
Ha! A vicious strike.
Like, I've been an entertainer for so long. I cannot wrap my head around doing anything but entertaining at this point, you know? Like, that is something that I do, and to a certain degree, it's so much a part of me at this point that I'm like, oh man, like, I don't know how I would continue if I wasn't an entertainer, you know? And I know full and well that there are definitely people out there who could never fathom doing what I do, you know?
The storm breaks!
So, for me, it's just like... It is unfathomable to think about doing something like sitting in a chair all day, shoving your fingers into somebody's mouth, you know? But that's my situation. Okay, looks like we are all done here. We don't even need to go back and use the exit. We can just, I prefer to hope they have a passion to reduce suffering. I consider it a duty of theirs. Oh, man. I mean, honestly, the only thing that I could ever fathom as a replacement to being an entertainer is, like, getting into the business of establishing a new industry or, you know, something that changes the world for the better, you know? Where it's like either doing something entirely brand new that nobody has ever done before, or, you know...
I now know which sigil marks the correct passage.
Wavy lines is what we're looking for. So it's like if I was to like do something that completely upended an existing industry, or like established an entirely new industry that people didn't even know about, that'd be fantastic. You know, running my own business to that end. But I've gotten so used that very much so falls in line with the whole concept of like, oh, I have to be my own boss, and that's
like the look of that. How long do you think Adria would last if I held her head under one of these blood pools?
God, that Templar.
This is not the passage I'm looking for.
We have done it!
I couldn't do the medical thing. Too visceral. Oh, man. I mean, they're not just using their fingers, though. I think the assistants do more of the hand-in-mouth thing than the dentist. Wow. That sounds wrong. Damn it.
Your flaws are revealed! I don't have enough spirit.
That was nasty. $233.
This will aid me.
How are your pants? 216. That's fair. I don't have the greatest constitution in regards to viscera. Man. Ugh. I've I've had some moments in my life, you know, where it's like you see a clip or a video or something and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I just saw that. I don't think I'm okay. And like it takes a while before you can like forget that you saw what you did. That's me with a lot of like visceral type things, you know? What was it? I remember there was some sort of a medical documentary that was done that a bunch of people were talking about some time ago, and as part of this medical documentary, they were like, they had to cut into something, and that's as far as I'll say. But what someone was recounting trying to watch the thing. And the nurse who was holding the scalpel or something, she specifically took a moment to turn and look directly at the camera and said, for those of you watching right now, it doesn't get better. If you squirm whenever you see the first cut, stop watching. Okay? And like, the way that was said was a situation where it was like, oh, you've seen several people who are not comfortable from the outset seeing this type of thing, and you subsequently understand that this is not something that you can muscle your way through. It's a little bit like the advice that, like, you cannot get better. Like, you cannot push through motion sickness. It's like one of those things. It's like, no, you can't push through this. If you are not comfortable with it from the start, you will never be comfortable with it. So...
Witch, they called me. But I turned it against them. When their daughter had a child that needed to disappear. When there was a sickness that none of the healers could cure. Who was it they pleaded with? When they needed me, the morality they flaunted in the daylight disappeared. As it always does.
I mean, I couldn't even do dissections in high school. Now, you see, that was one thing that I was okay with. But that was pretty removed. Yeah, that was just pretty removed. And I think that that's the limit of it. Hey, Zouchin, thank you so much for the subscription. 37 months on a 5-month streak. Wow-wee. Well, welcome to the stream, Zouchin. God, you know, I just realized, I think the reason that I'm still doing the YouTube thing, I think a part of the reason that I'm still doing the YouTube thing is because of my aversion to authority. And I think that that's part of the reason why I've never... Because I've had so many opportunities to try and climb ladders of, like, corporate influence and stuff.
This is the passage I've been searching for.
I've had a lot of opportunities to, like, try to basically land myself on a ladder and climb it. And I don't know that I would be capable of climbing those ladders, just to be clear. It's like, I've never tried to climb those ladders, but I know I'm not no slouch. I know that I have skill, you know. So I think I can reasonably come to the conclusion that, like, I can absolutely if I wanted to, I could absolutely, you know, do the things necessary to you know, go up to a management or whatever position. But at the same time, and this is one thing that I will never forget, okay? I remember
the storm breaks.
Specifically in school. Okay, so this is the best way to start this story. Do any of you know what the ASVAB is?
Not enough spirit.
The what? Not sure. ASVAB. It's an acronym. I don't remember what the letters to the acronym are, but the ASVAB is basically, it's a test that you take, okay? And it is a it is a military test, okay? That's what matters.
This fight is over.
It's a military test, and the way that it was presented to me and all of my classmates was that the Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery, ASVAB. There you go. That's what it is. Zouchin spotted it. So, So, the way that this thing was presented to me and my classmates was that it is kind of a comparable thing to the ACT or the SAT, which helps you get into a good college. And if you take, you can take this for free. You can take this test for free, and it'll, at the very least, it'll inform you on where your weaknesses lie, okay? And where you need to study harder without having to, like, spend money on, like, prep courses or something. And I was like, well, I'll probably take the ACT or the SAT or whatever at some point. I may as well take this to figure out where my weaknesses are, you know, to get an idea of my you know, just, you get what I mean. So that was the plan, right?
The storm breaks!
And it gets you out of class, you know, go do a test and just kind of sit around for a while. So I signed up along with a lot of other students to be like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll go and take a test that doesn't count on my grade at all and get out of class, you know? So, like, I remember some kids specifically took the test for the intention of just, like, slapping as many questions down as they, just answering as fast as they could so they could sit there and do nothing. Just, like, take a nap or whatever. Oh, I took that and they were like, yeah, you could do whatever you want. Okay, so this, I'll never forget, how it turned out for one of my friends. I'll get to that in a bit, though. So anyways, I go into this test, I take it, and, I evidently did pretty good. That's what I remember. I did pretty well, and, what I remember specifically was that I took this test, God, it must have been in my senior year of high school. So not long before graduation, you know? I think I took it like 6 months before I took the actual...
I must lessen my burden.
SAT or ACT. Oh my God. I'm fucking full up. Holy shit.
I am returning to town.
What I wanted was to never be military. Very much so the same sentiment here, right? So, Man, these fist weapons just fucking suck compared to the full-on swords and shit. Yeah, the ASVAB was mostly for where one would be placed in the military structure, like engineering or the like, doing research as we talk mostly. Man. Okay, so, like I was saying, I take this thing, and, you know, I guess I did pretty well on it. Enough that I had recruiters calling me, right? I had recruiters ringing my mom and dad's house specifically to talk to me to try to get me into the military. And one thing, I will never forget how this happened. I was getting kind of tired of it, okay? So they called several times, and I was just like, no thanks, but no thanks. You know, that was essentially all that it boiled down to. I was just doing that over and thanks, but no thanks. Whoops. I just put that in my, my stash accidentally. So I'm doing this over and over, and then finally, I guess I got a little bit fed up with constantly being bothered by them. And I will never forget getting into an argument with a particular recruiter about why I wouldn't go into the services. And it was specifically because I was like, I don't want to take orders from a commander. Like, and this guy, he was, I mean, he was dedicated to trying to talk me into it, okay? Like, I'll give him credit for that at the very least. He was so dedicated to like, he was, I don't know if it was me specifically or if it was like, oh, this is my job and I am going to do my job super, super well, you know? But he got into an argument with me about how it's really not that big of a deal to take orders from someone and how it's actually like a really just I don't remember everything that he said, but I do remember it was a situation where he was trying to make an excuse for why it was okay to take orders from people. Or how I really wouldn't be taking that many orders or something like that. It was just like, oh, well, you know, it's only like your platoon leader or something like, I don't remember what it was. But I understand how the chain of command works. You know, it's like there's whatever your position is, and then there's, and there are other people similar to you, and they all answer to someone above you, you know, and then that person has people who are of a similar rank, and all of those people answer to someone else above them. I understand how the military command structure works. It's not sophisticated. And, you know, it webs out from there because it's like, how many stars does a general have? The one with the more, the person with more stars is the one with the final say, and what they say goes. That's how, you know, the chain of command works. It's like a 2-star general can't do anything if a 3-star general says, this is the way it's going to be. And I remember fighting with this guy about it, being like, I don't want to take orders if I don't agree with something. And I remember specifically having the attitude of like, listen, if I have a political hang-up with something that I'm told to do, I'm probably gonna defy orders because I hold a conviction strong enough. And that was basically that was the whole thing for me. I was like, if I'm told to do something that I don't agree with, I'm gonna disobey. And for that reason, I don't think I belong in the armed services. So, and I just got in a fight with this guy about it. And I was just like, I don't take orders. And that, I think, is the reason why to this day I have only ever held down a job where I have been able to
When
spit in
virtue
the...
tarries, evil smiles.
Whatever you say, Templar. I think that's the reason why to this day I pull down a fucking job where I'm a union member and I can spit in the face of management if I want to. Because I don't like being told you have to do this just because I say so. Like, the biggest bullshit arguments that I have ever faced in my entire life is because I say so. You know, that is never a good answer for anything. And I am the last type of person who's going to just go along because somebody fucking says something. Man. So that's a big reason why I'm still doing YouTube and Twitch and stuff. It's because there is a system, it is set up and it is structured in such a way, and I don't necessarily have to agree with the way that the system works, but understanding that these are the rules that we play by. But the minute that somebody walks up to me and is like, hey, you have to do this because I say so, my immediate reaction is basically to flip the bird and say, fuck you, asshole, and turn and walk away. So, yeah. Physical resistance, thorns damage. More thorns damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like that bonus feature that my existing chest piece has, but you take what you must. So that's, so while I will always applaud someone who has the capability to go into a structured system, to climb a ladder, to become a CFO, like, I could just never do it. And now you know why. So... What the? God damn it. Clicked the wrong thing. So it's like, I wouldn't have a problem, like, not being an entertainer, for all of those reasons. Like, I wouldn't have a problem not being an entertainer anymore, but it would have to be replaced by, oh, I am running a company now, you know? I am the boss. If people want to work for me and listen to my orders, that's fine. But there's that TikTok video of one guy asking recruiters what they would say to their recruiter, and every single one of them said, fuck you, because these institutions shamelessly lie. God. Wait, I have a meme with my take on recruiters. Oh, God. Oh, no. Where are we going? What have I started here by like, saying all of these things? We're wandering down a dangerous path, where only evil and defiance await you.
A fine choice.
More intelligence on that ring. I don't need intelligence. I'm a fucking monk. Give me spirit. I punch from the heart. Posted in the memes of the CBH Discord. Okay, I'll take a look at this. Memes. This is deep fried right here. Okay. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. You get a gold star for that. You absolutely get a gold star. Oh my word. Oh God. Pissed myself with laughter there. Whew.
You're not my last customer.
Oof. Okay, did I use the waypoint or the... No, I used this, okay. We're not done yet. We're not done here yet. But yeah, there you go. That's my story in regards to how I ended up doing YouTube and also not working at a company or anything. Because there's the whole thing. Well, I work at a... I have a job. That's the best way to put it. I have a job, but I've got myself in a position where I am allowed to spit in the face of authority, which means something to me. It means a whole lot to me. That being said, having the ability to spit in the face of authority doesn't necessarily mean that I revel in spitting in the face of authority. Like, I don't take joy in it. I'm just like, I don't want to be told what to do, and that's all it comes down to, you know? Which is partially why, I suppose that's partially why I ended up, like, kind of walking away from a bunch of content that reasonably would have made me a lot of money on YouTube, but I couldn't be bothered to make it because I didn't like the game. Fallout 4. So...
You are defeated!
And I couldn't be pressured into making the content by, like, an audience that was expecting it of me either. I really am unique like that, or maybe I'm not so unique. Maybe I'm more like other people than I think, and I just don't know when to swallow my pride or something. Yeah, and of agony. A magic dagger. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Well, I've deviated quite a bit. Does not play well with orders. That's my punk boyfriend. And now, you know, now that I think about it, it only now occurs to me that maybe that has something to do with the fact that, I'm willing to I guess that kind of slots in relatively well with the whole thing of me, like, not heteronormative things, like being willing to dress up in unique ways. Wear clothing that is typically not what a man would wear. Not insofar as society is concerned, anyway. Alright, come on. Where is the frickin' warp stone to get out of here? Or is there another level to go further down? This game's hiding shit from me at this point. Guys, I'm turning into the nut job with, like, the big conspiracy board with the thumbtacks and all of the, you know, string on it at this point. I'm starting to realize that it's all connected.
I know what Adria did to Leah. I want her to pay just as much as you, but we have to get the information first.
What provocated that type of statement? I don't, like, why now? Why did you say that at this moment, bro? Good to know that I've still got at least one loot goblin following me around. Ooh, what's this? Caverns of Lurai. Level 1. What is a loot goblin? Why is a loot goblin? I mean, in regards to the mechanical feature, that's just what, that's this little fella that I have following me around. I think it's like he automatically picks up any gray items that drop. And after he picks up like 13 of them, he has a chance to drop a legend. He'll drop something. And there's a chance that he'll drop a legendary. So he's portable recycling. In a way, like, I don't have to make as many trips back to town for, like, to make pennies on the dollar, you know? Because of this loot goblin. Every single time that I go to town, I go back with, like, only the really good stuff in my inventory that's actually gonna sell for a decent hunk of cash. Man, what is it about, like, the summer for this year that has so many freaking major games coming out all at the same time that I want to play? First it's Breath of the Wild. then it's Final Fantasy 16. Like, I wanna like play whatchamacallit, the next update for 7 Days to Die when it comes out, but I'll be too busy with a different game.
We are fighting a battle that was lost before it had even begun. To follow the Black King into a war against Westmarch was folly of the highest order. Each day only brings us closer to complete and utter defeat, but our commanders refuse to surrender.
Are there many games coming out for the holiday season this year? What I can say is that there appears to be a lot of games that were initially delayed because of, you know, COVID and lockdowns and all of that stuff. It looks like a lot of the games that were still in development and nowhere near being done, like, oh yeah, those games are being worked on, but they're still a long ways off. Those games, it looks like some of them are finally starting to come to fruition. That's kind of what I feel, you know? Because it's like this year we got Resident Evil 4 remake. That's gotten rave reviews. I want to go back and play that at some point. We're also getting Diablo 4 in a month or two, you know? That's another one that's coming out soon. There's Breath of the Wild in a month. Less than a month now. Then after that, it's Final Fantasy 16. After that, we've got what is it after? Starfield is later this year. There are a lot of really, really big games where it's like these are titles that, like, we haven't just been waiting for them. We've been waiting for them for a very long time, where it's like when COVID hit, it wasn't like, oh, this is right around the corner from coming out or something like that. No, like, it was, these weren't even close to arriving. So I feel like the stuff that kind of everybody knew was in development but was nowhere near release they've experienced their delays, and a lot of them are coming around now. So I've heard people theorizing that Nintendo is going to be releasing a new console this year, mainly because besides Tears of the Kingdom, there are no major Nintendo games that we know of, so they're probably saving the new games for the new console. Man, so many hits to the wallet. Yeah. Like, I have things that I want and or need to purchase or upgrade or something like that, but I'm looking at things that I'm looking at my budget, right? So it's like I will probably play Diablo 4, especially after coming back for Diablo 3 here. I was like, I'm only playing Diablo 3 because I played the Diablo 4 beta, and I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is worth playing. Like, I really wish that it was in my budget to play Diablo 4, or my, like, both money budget and time budget. It's not in my money budget at all, but my, like, even if I did have the money for it, I don't have the time budget for it. Because so many of the games are coming out at the same time. So, like, I have ground to cover. You know, I have a lot of things to get done and to do. So there's just so much this season, this year, that is coming out that, like, I'm gonna play and I'm
These
gonna get
enemies
around to.
defy all reason.
I need spirit.
I like to think the world is safer now.
I mean, didn't they have the OLED Switch just released last year? Oh, yeah. Are you guys looking forward to Tears of the Kingdom? Yes. Yes, we are. I am definitely looking forward to Tears of the Kingdom.
It is decided. We will flee this doomed war. I had hoped to find solace in this decision, but it brings only more uncertainty. We will never see our homes again, and our names will be dishonored. What choice do we have? Certain death in the service of a madman?
So that's level 2 of the cave. Like, I don't know how many of you guys are aware of it, but I did actually make at least one... I made at least 2 videos about Breath of the Wild. The first one I initially made whenever it was new, and I was talking about, like, the durability system in the game. The second one was a straight-up guide that I made. It was a guide about, like, how to get your hands on lots of really good weapons and make tons of money in the game. I don't think the guide ever hit, like, trending or anything like that. I don't think that it like, registered with, search and whatnot. Hello, that's an orange ring. But if you just go to my YouTube channel and search Breath of the Wild, you will find the information there. Lightning pulses periodically between all wearers of this item, dealing 1,286% weapon damage. Wow. It may yet, people will pick up Breath of the Wild in response to Tears of the Kingdom coming out. I mean, you can hope, but I like, basically, if that happens, it'll be really, really nice, but not something that I will ever, like, plan on having happen, if you know what I mean. God, this thing is so fucking insanely powerful. Okay, well, there we go. Let us explore the rest of the cave here. And then I shall venture further into the depths.
We found what was left of Roston yesterday. The wretched creatures of the bog seized us without warning. We are being punished by the gods. I would laugh if I had the energy. We fled the war to save ourselves, but it seems death already knew our names.
I never finished Breath of the Wild. My fiance has it on her Switch at the moment. I mean, finishing a game's nice and everything, but it's not necessary you finish a game to enjoy it. Although I understand, like, the obsession with, like, oh, I actually need to finish that. Which has happened to me plenty. It's partially why I really enjoy games that are open-ended, and it's like, no, I just kind of stopped playing because I had my fun with it. I'm done, you know? Yeah, to be honest, I only finished the game because my computer was kaput. Oh man, I forgot about that happening all those years ago.
This cave has killed even more of us than the Borg we thought to escape. We must leave at once. But to where? The only choice left to us is where to die.
No wonder there's so many dead soldiers down here. It was my computer and I threw my back. Oh dear, Tevla. That sounds vaguely familiar.
Well, unimaginable.
It was 2 small piles of gold and a gem. That was not wealth unimaginable, my friend. My back muscles hated me putting my hair up, apparently. Oh dear. See, my thing is that my back muscles hate it whenever I twerk too much. Unfortunately, that's the #1 thing that people tip me for down at the club. It's a good thing that I'm not willing to do it here. I might get kicked off at Twitch if I twerked on camera. I actually saw a news article of someone. It was some sort of a quote-unquote assessment. It was a statement proclaiming that the age of the ass was finally coming to a conclusion because people weren't as interested in twerking as they used to be.
I don't have enough spirit.
That's why you do squats. Yes, squats are the alternative to doing twerks. To twerking.
We are men without a country, shamed and cursed for fleeing an unjust war. We should have stayed and died with our honor intact. Instead, we are slaughtered like pigs by beasts that feed on our remains. Death on the battlefield would have been far better than the fate we have chosen.
Alright, come on, where's the main loot cache? Why is the exit so far away from... You're kidding me, there's no fucking loot cache down here? I want my goddamn money back. This is ridiculous. You just reminded me of the song that has the lyrics, everybody in the club getting tipsy. Oh, man. I mean, tipsy, obviously, you know, means that you've been drinking. But also, like, if you want to tipsy me as well, you know, like, I'm always down for that, you know. My string bikini always has space for singles in the band. What can I say? I make money doing this. It's not a lot of money, but I always appreciate it, which is, you know, one of the reasons why I'm super thankful for like the way that the stream went on Monday and everything. Hello. Got a mean boy over here. Alright, I think I've been in the swamp long enough. It's time for me to actually get to, like...
Life is the same as this bog, filled with muck and dirt, trying to drag us under.
Please, somebody help me! Thanks for the help, stranger. Now then, I think your skin would go along nicely with these.
Wow, what a fucking dick. What a freak. I've taken my time here long enough. Alright, so before I head down there, let me take a look at some of my equipment here. I should really be selling off my my rings and whatnot. Don't worry, my cock rings are only a little bit used. And they were thoroughly washed. Yeah, I think...
I am returning to town.
I think that all of my equipment is good to be sold. Whoops.
Everything you require, right here.
Alright, chat, let's advance the story some. My goal here is to actually reach Adria by the time before finishing the stream, which is in roughly 20 minutes. I don't know if I'll be able to reach Adria, but that's what I'm hoping for.
The servants of evil are vanquished.
You are defeated.
I like how the flesh golems look like straight up like hell demons, the beasts. What is going on over here?
storm breaks!
We'll go north first. Or at least what I consider to be. I don't know how the map is turned, because one like, or wait, is north directly, like, up in regards to the screen? These isometric fighting games.
Your flaws are revealed!
Booyah, bitchachos. I'll slap you with this dagger.
Your flaws are revealed!
God, just a roundhouse kick to the face every single time. They never stood a chance.
Feels any remorse for what she did to Leah?
Greetings, my friends. Excuse me, I must poke you with this sharp, pointy thing. Don't worry, it's just a little prick. You'll only feel it a little bit before it starts to hurt a lot.
Ha! A vicious strike!
Woo! Legendary shield offhand. Holy fucking moly. 879. Reduces duration of control, impairing effects. Blocks an attack. Blocking an attack has a chance to freeze the attacker for 1.2 seconds. Well, that's definitely better than what the Templar is currently carrying.
A good choice.
The gods strike through me! Break beneath the endless tide! I need spirit.
You want spirit? I'll give you spirit. I'll steal the spirit from others. That's how the spirit builds.
Ha! A vicious strike! The gods favor me.
Oop, leveled up again.
Your strength fails.
Sweet, sweet action, bro. There's stirring within my loincloth after I leveled up. It's pleasant. Okay, so this way, I guess. god, it's another freaking... What are the chances?
You are defeated!
$879, $887.
Adria must know that we're coming for her. I hope it preys on her mind.
It's basically the exact same thing. Almost. Dexterity, vitality, armor. Dexterity, life armor. Reduces cooldown rate. Critical hit chance. Reduces duration of controlling impairing effects by 13. I don't know what this thing is.
Good.
It's insanity. The fact that I found two freaking shields that are so much like each other?
The Nephilim were not gods, but our own ancestors, gifted with long life, magic, and abilities far beyond ours. Yet they were still men. I wonder if these pages hold the key to unlock their powers once again.
Your strength fails!
So, guys, since I am getting down to the end of the stream, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go. That's a fancy cod piece I just got there.
The storm breaks!
I just wanna I wanna remind all of you that I will be releasing a new video at the end of the stream over on
Feel the wrath of
YouTube for you to go and enjoy, you know? Okay. This is a big dungeon. A big dungeon. Woo. Collected his life savings there. Oh no, my life savings! Oh, I wanted to use them in the afterlife.
The storm breaks!
And so it was that after 25 hours in the void of existence, Mick Punch did finally punch his last and find his way to the end of the dungeon.
Ha! A vicious strike!
It was there where he found more enemies and demons, much like the ones he had already killed.
I will bring the light of Zakarum to the heathens. Here in the east, the power of Zakarum wanes, but in the west it will rise, stronger and greater than ever. Yet I have another purpose. The lost Nephilim city of Corvus lies in the west. I will find it.
Tide!
Reminder to chat that now is the time to get your squad redemptions in. Don't say that!
We founded a settlement near the Western Sea. It will grow to be a great city in time. Now that my people are settled, I can begin my own search for the ruins of the Nephilim city, Corvus. The tome implied that it was near this very region. We have begun searching the marsh for the ruins of Corvus. This stinking, festering swamp is punctuated by worn blocks of stone. Perhaps these ancient sentinels are all that remain of the proud Nephilim city. No, there is more to be found. I know it.
All right. I would prefer to remind
Stay
chat.
here, Lorath. When it's done, you can rejoin me.
You're going to kill her, aren't you?
I will do what must be done.
We are all counting on you.
Oh, that's nice. It's just like, I am coming with you no matter what. And then you reach the point and it's just like, wait here. I would prefer to remind chat that it is now, and for a while before I reach May 24th, that you'll be able to, well, just my birthday's on the way. I don't know if any of you are feeling generous as a result of that, but it's a thing.
Your strength fails! Your flaws are revealed!
I'll see your heart!
This is a big dungeon. It doesn't stop.
These ruins are strangely breathtaking, aren't they?
Why does my character no longer chat with his follower? He did it all through the base game. Now it's just like my followers say stuff and it's like, oh, you're looking nice tonight. It's a stone face. Sure is warm weather we're having here. Nothing else. You're not much of a conversationalist, are you? Still nothing. You know, I fucked your mother once.
The storm breaks!
Just doesn't say a damn thing. It's just like, hello? Are you brain dead? You're like waving the hand in front of the eyes. Still nothing. There's my little loot goblin doing exactly what he's supposed to right there. Gobbling up a bunch of useless loot that I otherwise wouldn't even bother with.
Your flaws are revealed!
beneath the endless tide! Ha! A vicious strike!
A vicious strike from the one and the only Two-Finger McPunch. I don't even know whether or not I'm going in the right direction.
An incredible feat!
Ooh. I'll equip that.
Break beneath the endless tide! This fight is over!
I'm just gonna ignore all of you guys. I'm gonna go for the loot instead. Woo! Chest.
Always wanted to fight some of these.
Feel the wrath of Yitar! The gods struck through me!
Eat my little loot, goblin. Eat all of the loot. For I need a better piece of equipment. Another item.
Break beneath the endless tide!
Like the dungeon that never ends. This place is huge. Then again, that's typically how these games work. Like, especially in the expansions, like they get away with having smaller overall areas to explore by having
your flaws are revealed.
Like really leaning heavily on the random map generation.
storm breaks! Not enough spirit.
I never knew that Rakis had an interest in the Nephilim. Strange.
Ha! A vicious strike!
Oh my god, where is the place I'm supposed to go in here?
Break beneath the endless tide!
I wasn't expecting the dungeon to be so freaking deep. This is the darkest dungeon, man.
Break beneath the endless tide! My strides grow longer. The storm breaks!
Death and deception. Does that really mean anything? No, it doesn't. I'm just kind of saying words. Trying to fill the air. Because there's this epic music in the background, but all I've been doing is like slaying just normal enemies for, I don't know, 30 minutes now.
This fight is over!
You know, punctuated by the same 12 dialogue lines that McPunch knows how to say. What can I say? McPunch is not known for his elegant speeches, I guess is the best way to put it. McPunch is Nephilim. He's not Shakespeare.
Your
you know?
flaws are revealed!
You shouldn't expect too much out of him in that regard.
What riches!
Cosmos Vice. Nice. Okay, we finally found the end of the dungeon. Well, not really the end of it, but we found the way down to the next level. So let's go ahead and use the waypoint, return to the survivor's encampment, and let's sort through a bit of my equipment here. First off, pitch those in. Templar dude, what type of pants you got on? I'd say that you could stand to use these instead.
Ah, good.
$334. Doesn't really compare to anything. Wait a minute. $257. Dude, you could use a 334.
Ah, good.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I said. Wait, that's 334, but this does 343. This does 380. Wait a minute, that 380 is fucking super incredible. I think I'm gonna hold on to my legendary. You take that.
Good.
Ah, good. Yes, yes. You've established that these things that I'm doing are good. I don't know that it's really valuable for you to repeat yourself so many times over.
Ah, good.
Oh, okay. You can do that. You can keep saying the same thing over and over. That's fine.
Ah, good.
Oh, boy. You don't really know how to say much other than what you're saying right now, do you? Seems to be a bit of a hang-up for you. 184.
Ah, good.
I am not followed around by poets in any capacity.
Time for a potion?
Keeps going higher and higher. Soon it'll reach infinity. Alright. We'll return to the ruins. We'll head down to the Great Hall.
Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria.
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
Wait, what is she doing? What did she do to herself?
I have made my choice. You will die. I need spirit.
Diablo sent me a vision. He had returned, and you were the one who freed him.
Never.
He always finds a way. My master will return.
And yet you will die alone.
She's actually a challenge.
Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
That's a wee bit ominous.
Ah, good.
Oh my god. Thank you very much, Peanut Gallery. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Gonna start a game I bought a couple of months ago called Digimon Survivor. Really? I remember Digimon.
Before she died, Adria conjured an image of pandemonium.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
Cool. Can we not exit this place? Talk to Tyrael at the Survivors Enclave.
I need to go back.
Alright, we'll return. Increases wave of light damage. 241. Man, this doesn't do anything in comparison to what I have equipped, despite the fact that it has way more armor. Alright, merchant dude. Take all of this stuff. I don't need it. Cool. Alright, so, there's plenty of other stuff that I could talk. Like, I have discussions to have. I can discuss things with my various... I have discussions to have with various people in camp, but I think I'm alright for now. I can go ahead and have some discussions with them the next time that I stream. For now, I think that this is where I stop. Exit Diablo 3. Well, chat, you've been lovely. You've been wonderful today. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride. Thank you so much for all of the subscriptions. It's been good to know that I'm worth with your time and your money. Thank God nobody has gone and called my bluff today, unlike what happened the last time. Holy freaking crap, getting my bluff called all of a sudden out of nowhere was a bit of a surprise. But I think we're closing in on the end of Reaper of Souls, and actually, come to think of it, when does May 12th? My God, May 12th? Holy mother of pearl! So May 12th. That leaves us with 1, 2, 3 remaining streams. I think that we'll get through Reaper of Souls within the remaining 3 streams. I think that we'll be just fine. We'll get through that without issue or incident. If we manage to finish Diablo 3 and Reaper of Souls before Tears of the Kingdom comes out, then we will... here we go. If we manage to finish Diablo 3 before then, I'll probably patch the difference with a little bit of Minecraft or something. But we've got 3 remaining streams before Zelda comes out, and then we switch over to that. So, oh boy. If I remember, when I bought it, it was called a visual novel and RPG combo. Also, it's made by Bandai Namco. Isn't Bandai Namco, like, defunct? They were, like, bought or they changed their name or something? All right, so let me strip my hoodie off here. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. So we got 30 squats to do. And then it's stream out for me. Thanks for the stream, Strife. You're very, very welcome. You are very, very welcome. Nope, Bandai Namco's not defunct. Really? I could have sworn that for some reason they had been, like, absorbed or changed their name or something. Guess it was just straight up wrong. Whew. Always so much exercise. Hooey. All right, squats are finished. You guys have been a wonderful and a lovely audience. I will see you on Monday at noon, U.S. Central. Until then, take care of yourselves. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you later. Bye, all.